Hi, this is Rodney Morris at Hippo's House of Billiards in Yorkville, New York. I just wanted to, lately there's been a lot of advances in technology in pool, and a lot of people coming out with different racks. We had a bunch of different stuff come up. Different countries have different racks that's going on. So I wanted to go over, about 4 or 5 different new racks that come out. So right now here I have the Delta 13 rack. Yeah, Delta 13 is it's a very solid rack. I guess. As you can see, it's gorgeous. A lot of people using it. There's a few tournaments that we've been playing on. We got the black one here. This is elite one here, and from my honest opinion, this one here is a very solid rack. It's well constructed. Durable. It's great for all games. And a couple of cons I would have. One, obviously, when you rack them, it's because this material here, it bangs the balls around, so it's very loud. So it's made well. The price point might be a little high. It's like $140 for the rack. So I'm not real familiar with the pricing because I get everything free. So anyways, it's a good, very solid rack, and it's great. Like I said, it's great for all games, and I would recommend this if somebody wanted to buy it. If you're not too worried about the pricing, this is going to last. But and some people have noticed, it chips a little bit. So sometimes when the paint chips off of it, it might go on the table. But it doesn't happen, often, and it takes a while for that to happen. So, that's one thing that might happen if you see it, or if you have it already, you might notice that. It's loud. So. All right, as you can see, I got the Elite Delta 13 rack in my hand. As you can see there, here they got some the inserts that I was talking about earlier that dull the clinking sound if you don't like that. And these are custom made, so sure they got the website where you can go on and see different materials. And they got snake skin, looks like lizard here. But basically, you just pop them in like this, put the both ends in, just push them in like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 of them in so you guys can hear the difference in the, you guys heard when I was racking them earlier, I had the little clanking sound. Now I'm going to put these 3 in. These are really nice, actually. So that's pretty cool. I'll put this one. I like this one here. Wow, it's nice looking. So. There you go. So you put them in like that. Now when you rack the balls, see the difference? See, as you can see, there's no more that big clanking sound, like that stainless steel sound anymore. So it's a lot quieter, a lot better. This is what I have at home right here, so this is good. Very easy, very solid rack, so it's good. I recommend this rack, and I would recommend getting the inserts because, you don't want that clanking. It gets irritating after a while. Next rack we have here is called a Rack Tight. You can go to racktight.com and check it out. This is one I personally used a lot in Japan. I've done a lot of exhibitions, a lot of challenge matches in Japan over the last 10 years, and they have these over there in a lot of the pool halls. Basically, it's just little white stickers that go right on the spot where the balls would be, and they're, once you measure them out and you got them perfect, you put the spot down and then you put the ball right on it, kind of like this. The balls go right on it, and they stay exactly right there. So once you get the spots in the right place, they're frozen. They stay there. They don't move. And it's great because the rack's there all the time. It's not you just roll the balls on and they sit right in the holes there or the spots there. And then there's a little circle right in the middle and the balls rest right in there. So it's the same rack every time. You can rack them for all games. You can put 15 up there, so it's 15. And then when you just rack, you just use 9 spots or 10 depending on what game you're playing. And one of the cons that I got out of it though is that they're on the table. So after you break, they're still there. So, and once in a while you get a ball and you got to slow roll a ball and it rolls on the spot, that little, and the stickers some of them are thicker than the others. So if you get one that's thick, it actually alters the path of the ball sometimes if it's rolling real slow, so you can see it. Obviously if you're hitting it hard, you won't notice it. But that's one of the cons. And then they don't rack very good, very tight on loose cloth. So if the cloth is loose, then they're not going to rack tight because it moves a little bit. And and sometimes they wear out and then you got to replace them. So, but they last pretty long. And another positive about that is, obviously the guy's not going to give you a bad rack because you can't do nothing with the rack. They're just there all the time. So, and they're cost effective. They're like 15 bucks for one or 25 for two. So, the price point is good. It's cheap. they're always there. You don't have to worry about racks. You don't have to buy a bunch of racks that might run out or stuff like that, or or are loud or whatever. Nobody's bending down, getting the racks and putting it back. So that saves on your body, your back. So, there's some good positives there. So the main thing is you get the same rack every time, which is what everybody's looking for. Okay, next up we have Magic Rack. This is another one that I've used many times in Japan, and it's getting popular here in the United States now. This is probably one of the more reliable racks out there right now. As you can see, I have 3 plastic Magic Racks here, and basically this is very cost effective. It's $12 for the 9-ball and the 10-ball rack, and another $12 for the full rack. So it's very cost effective, and as you can see, it's basically nothing. It's like it's very similar to the one of the other racks that they have, that Rack Tight, I think it was called, and it's only thing is this one is good. The positives with this one is that, as opposed to that one, is it's not sticking on the table. So what you do is you break, you put it on, the balls sit in these holes here. 9 balls will sit in 9, 10 will in 10 exactly, and then they all push in towards each other. So all the energy is staying in. So when you break the balls, they explode. And it racks the same every time, so it's good. So once you line it up, you just put the balls all in these holes here, and then I'll demonstrate here with the 10-ball one right here. So what you do is you put the one here, and you put the top circle where you want the 1 ball to go, and then you line up this straight down with the diamonds, and then you just go ahead and put the balls all in there. 10 goes in the middle, so there's no need for a spot in there. So these all sit in the hole, and as you can see, they're all pushing all the weight. Once you get them all lined up perfect and the spot's right in the right spot, you see this, it's a perfect rack every time. And then, so now when you break the balls break out, and then you just take, let's say if the 10 doesn't move, but you just take the rack off. And then sometimes people might not, if it sticks like this, what they do is they'll hold it here and they just move it out. Just keep it there, like a referee would do that in a big event, or somebody would do it. Just move it, or you can also just shoot right over it. Sometimes they got the it doesn't affect the ball, so you can shoot right over it, and then after the game's done, just take it off or re-rack. So one good, and then a lot of times it just hangs. It hangs over there like a regular rack somewhere, a little hook. A lot of people put it above the lights. Some people put it, on the side, but it's very good. Or you can just leave it right on the table here. So it's an awesome rack. Yeah, this is very popular here. So I recommend this one here. People don't want the hassle, and they want the same rack every time. And this one is better, definitely better than the tight rack, or the other one with the stickers, because like I said, if you don't want to leave it on there, you don't have to worry about the cloth being loose or tight. It just goes ahead and it's great. $12, you can't go wrong. All right, next up we have a tapping template. This is used on the Euro Tour. I've got a lot of feedback from a lot of the players that play on the Euro Tour about this. Personally, I've never used it before because I don't believe in tapping the balls. So because it puts dimples in the table. So that's a big pet peeve of mine. Because the dimples move. So you gotta you gotta keep doing them every time. You gotta keep tapping them, and then it gets tedious. It's not suitable for public venues. You're not gonna have a worker here constantly going on every table every 3-4 days tapping balls, or depending on how much play they get. So it's not very good. And then when customers come in, they're not going to know that the balls are tapped in. They're always going to be looking for racks somewhere. So, but the positive is you're going to get the same rack every time. It's all tapped in. Okay, the last rack here we have is called a true rack. This is pretty neat here. Basically, it's like a triangle, but it doesn't have the back part of the triangle. So a lot of times when you're racking the balls, the back part here would get in the way, with the balls. So this one here, it goes right around the balls, and then you put the balls in, and I'll demonstrate real quick here. This one is very important to demonstrate this one. So let's say you're gonna rack a 10-ball rack. So you put all the balls in order here like that, and you push it back up on the spot, and then you're pushing in from the sides, and then your thumbs push up the balls back here. So same way you would do in a rack, and then you just open them up like that. So once you get it, this keeps them solid here, and your thumbs keep it back. And that's it, and then you just open them up, you don't have to worry about the balls touching the rack when you lift it up, because you just push away. So it's pretty good. It's very easy to do. It takes seconds to do. This one here is like $145, you know, so almost $150 for, and it's heavy. So you know, I don't think this is, you know, is priced, you know, conveniently for people. But it's really easy to use, and it's easier to rack them without the back part of the triangle. So you know, this is pretty good. But like I said, it's pretty expensive, and it's heavy. So people don't want to use this. But this is pretty neat, and it's good for all games. So 8-ball, 9-ball. Here, I'll do a 9-ball one real quick. All you do is take out, it's the same way. So now you rack 9-ball. Now your fingers would be in here. So you got the same thing here. Now you just put the back part. So basically all you're doing is you're controlling the back part of the balls instead of the back of the triangle, which is what you're doing anyway. With the regular triangles, you know, the triangle is not pushing the ball, your fingers are. So that's the key right there. So, and it works for, you know, good for all games. So this is pretty cool, but like I said, it's kind of priced high. Okay, so that's it. That's 5 of the latest racks that are out there right now. You know, choice is yours. You know, whatever you want, you feel, whatever floats your boat. So I just want to thank my sponsors, Poison Cues. This is my new Poison Cue. So please support a brother and buy my cue. It's a signature line. Thanks.